right, let's do some silk reeling. Head turns. And center. And right ear up. And relax. And left ear up. And relax. And right ear again. And relax. And left ear again. And relax back to center. Cross the hands on the chest. Raise the chin. And relax. Drop the chin to the chest. Tuck it in and raise the back of the neck. And relax back to center. Cross the hands on the chest again. Raise the chin. And relax back to center. Head rolls. And down to center and reverse. And down to center and back up. Forward spinal wave. And reverse. And go. The quad. And reverse. And go. Belly rolls. And reverse. And good. The windmill. Squats, starting on the left leg. And then the right leg. And the left leg again. And the right leg again. And prayer position. Okay, hands on the knees, up slowly. Keep your head down a moment. Shoulders. This this really shows up in the shoulder exercises. Make sure that when you do the shoulder exercises, you don't lift your quad. Let me show you. All right, I'm going to lift my quad. All right. When you go back from the shoulders, there's a real tendency to do that. Everybody feels that tendency. But you can't do it because if you do, you'll throw yourself over backward. And you're practicing a Mao Bing, a bad habit. So what do you do about it?
Is this the one where you pretend you're on a rail and you're
Yeah, that's one way to deal with it. So if you've ever done a rowing machine, right, you're sitting on a seat that's on a rail, and the rail it just goes back and forth. It doesn't go up and down, it just goes back and forth. So think about your butt just going back and forth. It's not going up and down. Another way to think about it that I find a little more useful is get your shoulder movement down, right? So there's a circle going on here. And then remember that your hip and your shoulders are cognate joints. So you do the same thing with your hip joint that you do with your shoulder joint, only you have to put your mind on it and actually have the energy go down. I think we talked a couple of weeks ago about Alexander technique and the directions, right? This would be a direction. It's not about forcing your physical body to do something. It's about directing your energy body to do something. So I'm going to go up and over here, but as I do that, I'm going to go down here instead of letting this come up, right? Yes, the shoulder comes up, but the quad goes down. The quad goes down, 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 down. And then, after a while, you don't even have to think about it. You just do it automatically, right? And reverse. Same thing. And the hip is rolling, right? But just direct the energy down. And the other side. Same thing. The blue quad is going to go down. Yes. And reverse. Right, down. Down. Okay, that's going to feel a little awkward at first because you're just not used to it. But if you keep practicing in silk reeling until it just becomes a habit, it becomes unconscious, you just do it all the time. Then, when you get to Tai Chi, right, watch. My upper body is gonna go up, but these are going down. If that makes any sense. But I don't want to have to think about that when I'm doing Tai Chi. I've got enough to think about. So where you get this habit is in this class. As long as you can get this habit really well, as long as you don't check the time all the time, right? Catherine, you wanted to say something?
I don't know anymore, but so for the shoulder exercise, in fact, it's more like up and down than back and forth. I was doing this.
Yes.
But in fact, it's more like this.
Yes.
Okay.
It's all of these exercises are much more subtle than they appear to be on the surface. And yes, it's a little difficult to teach that and to learn that through video. Nevertheless, I think we're doing pretty well. I can tell you that everybody, without exception, does what I just said don't do. Everybody starts that way. It's perfectly logical. It is, oh, I'm going back. No. If you did that in a push hand situation, so someone's wrestling with you and you go like this, they're going to feel that you're lifting yourself up. You're lifting your own chi and you're pulling your root out of the ground, and they're just going to throw you away. Right? I feel somebody do that. I just help them do it.
Okay, so it's really what you said. I mean, what you are saying actually almost every class now with the silk reeling. It's really like a spiral movement.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And you through all that spiraling movement, you maintain your center core. It's not static, it's spiraling. But it stays centered and it stays grounded. Right? Even if I'm doing a shoulder strike, right? I'm doing a shoulder strike, I have to pay attention to my core, not my shoulder. Right? Because the strike comes from my back foot. So it goes mind, Dan Qian, back foot, Ming Mun, or Dan Qian, and then the shoulder. There's a giant spiraling loop that goes through the body. So I'm not thinking about this. What I'm thinking about is everything. And I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just feeling it. And that's what we're practicing. right? These are reverse shoulder strikes. All the way from the ground up to the shoulder, from the ground to the shoulder. But when you come up, make sure you don't stretch the quad open too much. Now you're going to unroot yourself if you do that. So instead, it's almost like once it passes the quad, moves to the shoulder, the quad moves down again. So there's this stretch going on in the body. Shuling Dingjing, Chichen Danjian, right? Or Chichen floor. Right? Think about the first move in the form. Watch. It's essentially this, right? Just both sides. I'm going to stretch up. But if I'm going to stretch up, something has to be going down. Or I'll lose my inner harmony. I'll lose my balance. What stretches down is your quad. So even though everything's coming up, the directions are going down through the quad. That's what keeps me balanced and then able to do something. Otherwise, if you don't do that, watch, this is what happens. All right? You lose your center, you lose your balance. I can't remember. I think we need to do the opposite ones, don't we? Watch my shoulders go up, my quads going down. Now, because I'm stretching like this, you may not see this part of the body go down physically, but energetically it's going down. I'm focusing on it. Down, down, down. And that causes stretch, relax, stretch, relax, stretch, relax, stretch, relax, stretch, relax. Okay. Even when you do this, right? When you're doing this, you're going up, but not here. Here, the directions are going down. Right? So from here to here, my upper body is going up, but the directions in my hips are going down. But what happens when I change directions? Now I'm going down. What's going on inside? Now it has to come up. Right? So now, right now, Chichen Danjian, which is a code. It doesn't just mean put your chi in your Danjian. It means lower your chi. Right? Lower your chi. Now your shu can come up. As this comes down, your shu goes up. What's your shu? Jill, what's your shu? XU.
A chew? It's your spirit.
Your spirit. Your mind. Right? Things of fire. Right? Water goes down, fire comes up. And then all that stuff you take to your Tai Chi, there is no difference between Qigong and Tai Chi. All right? Tai Chi is just a very elaborate form of Qigong. So when you start, right? Oh, that's coming up. Well, that means something's going down. Right? Now it's going down. That means something must be coming up. Right? Now it's going out. That means something must be going backward. And you have to develop you have to feel that in your body or it doesn't work. And by feel it, I don't mean just a nice feeling. I mean, you've got to feel it. It feels like water flowing through your body. You can call it, well, it's momentum flowing through your body. Okay, well, call it momentum then. That's why, that's why when you do push hands, you can push somebody out. Because you're not pushing them out with your physical body. You're pushing them out with that momentum, with that chi. Draw them in, sink into the ground, boom, push them back out again. Okay, guys, I think that's enough for today. Work on that. Dream about it tonight. Dream about it tonight, Catherine. I'll tell you, speaking of dreams, I'll tell you, because I've heard this dream many times, I'll tell you a dream that Annie had when she was much, much younger, right? So at least 50 years ago, she dreamt that she was looking at like a vaudeville stage. And on this stage, there were two ladders that went up, and then there was a tight wire stretched across them. And this gray ball came out onto the stage. It wasn't a human being, it was a ball. And somehow this ball went up one of the ladders and walked out onto the tightrope, and then it fell through the tightrope, and the tightrope cut it in two, and now there were two balls, and they hit the stage, and one was white and the other was black. And the white one went to the one side and the black one went to the other, and they climbed up the ladders and they came out on the tightrope again, and they fell through the tightrope, and now there were four balls, two white and two black. And they just kept doing that until the whole universe was full. That is a perfect Tai Chi dream, right? Yin and yang. It's like everything is composed of that, right? Okay, guys, have yourselves a great day, all right? We'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.